Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of full stack development. I hope you guys are able to see me and as well as you are able to listen my voice. Just let me know, Vikram, so that we can go ahead. Okay, fine. Yeah. See, in this course, as I already talked in our last session, that it is about full stack development. So we are talking about the full stack development here. We will be learning how to develop one web-based application or web application. People say web-based application or web application. So that is the complete end-to-end web application development we'll be learning as part of our full stack development journey. So here, as we already discussed, that if we are talking about any particular application, especially the web-based application, we do have two things here to deal with. That is front end, and as well as we do have back end. So in that we discuss like what are the technologies usually be involved in front end and as well as back end, right? So now we are going to see the basic, typical architecture of any web-based application. We are going to see now. Just a minute. So whenever we talk about any web-based application, typically it follows three-tier, or I can say three-layer architecture. So that is here. The first layer would be the presentation layer, and then followed by application layer, or we say server layer, and then the last one would be the data layer. First is something like presentation layer. The second one would be application layer, or the other name for the second one is the business layer. The last one we say persistent layer, or we say it as data layer. In this presentation layer, we have something like web page. Let's say for example, I talk about again same examples like Gmail. In that, what you will be having, some web page will be there where you will be entering some data. Let's say for example, a registration page is there. This is assume registration page. In that you will be having some data will be there, different first name, last name, something like information will be there, and at the ending you'll be clicking a button like register here. The moment you click that button register, then what actually happens is your data will travel from this presentation layer to the application layer. And inside the application layer, the name itself is suggesting it will be having different applications like registration programs. Application means programs. We'll be having registration program, and we'll be having login program, we'll be having search program. Like that we have different programs. So let's say for example here a registration program is there, which will actually take our data which is coming from the presentation layer. Here the program name is register, or I can say a registration program. So this will take the data from whichever is coming from the presentation, and immediately it calls the data layer, and inside the data layer we do have some tables will be there, and database, and inside that some tables will be there. In that we'll be having the data. Let's say here in this case the example is like Gmail users. You are the user for Gmail. You are doing some sign up activity. You are entering something in the presentation layer. Presentation layer is nothing but which we can see, that is called presentation layer. You talk about Gmail application, open www.gmail.com, whatever we see is like a presentation layer. In that we enter some data. Then in real time scenario what happens is this one, whenever you talk about web application, that will go from one layer to the next layer. In this application layer you do have application, means programs that will take the data, it calls the database. This will happen. Next, second day what you will do, you no need to register again. We will be doing an activity called login. Already sign up, registration done. Next we do login. In that what we enter username and password. So this time when we are entering, assume second page, web page, in that username and something like password. So two things you are entering this time, and you are clicking a button like login. The moment you do that, then immediately username and password will go to the application layer again, and inside this application layer here we do have again one more program will be there to handle the login activity. Let's say for that program name is validation or something, I can say login program. Got it? So then what this program will do here is it will take the data, username and password. Sai, write your name. So Sai at Gmail is the username, 123 is the password, assume. But this time you are entering 321. So then what happens is it immediately gets the data from your database here. From the database it will get the data, and it will check whatever you are entering is correct or not. If it is correct, one thing will happen. If it is wrong, then one thing will happen. Let's say example, if it is correct, then one home page will be generated here, and that home page will be sent back as a response to your presentation here. It will go here again. And another case is maybe username and password is not matching. In that scenario it will simply generate some error message here, and that error message will be sent back as a response from your application layer to the presentation. So in this typical architecture, this is called architecture, three tier architecture we say it is. So we say three tier or three layer architecture. Three layer or three tier web application architecture it is. In this, these two application and data layer together we cannot see. Only thing we can see is web pages, websites only we can see. But logics, how login is checked, how registration is happening, how database is opened, how table is created, and how data is entered in the table, all the things we cannot see. That's the reason in the industry, yeah, these two layers are known as backend together. Those two layers we call them together as what? Backend. And the coming to the other side, left side, this is presentation layer, right, where we can see related to our application, and this layer is called as what? Backend. Only this one layer we call it as a front end. These two layers together we call backend, but this one presentation layer we call it as a front end. If you are talking about any web application development in the industry, people will be there of two types. Front end developers will be there, at the same time back end developers will be there. But that depends on the application and all. But it is an earlier scenario, like complete front end developers are separate persons and complete back end developers are separate persons. But nowadays it's not like that. Whoever is having a duty of application development, they should do both the front end and as well as back end. This development is known as full stack development. Front end and back end together, the development is known as full stack development, and whoever does the development are known as full stack developers. In this part, we'll extend this now. Just a minute. Here, as we already discussed, if we are talking about the applications or programs, one must be good with one of the programming languages, especially the server-side programming language. When we are talking about them, here we have some popular programming languages over there. They are something like Java, something like Node.js, or we have something like Python or .NET. So it is like R. You should be good with one of the programming languages. Not all, but you should be good with one of the programming languages. If you know that, then we can start working on developing the applications. And here I mentioned one more name here. If you observe business layer, why? Because see, if you talk about Amazon application, in that you might be seeing so many beautiful images, pictures, videos and all from the presentation layer. But the moment you click one product, or the moment you click the search products, or the moment you click one product cart buy, the moment you click it, actual logic is happening in the back end. Means really it will be added to the cart, really purchasing will be happening, all the things are happening at the back end, right? And your Amazon is for what purpose? Commercial, right? It's a commercial site. Business logic is happening in the server side or backend side. That's why we say that middle layer as business layer, application layer, because in that we have so many functions or programs are there. One more name we say it is business layer, because the main business functionalities are implemented only in that layer. Clear? That's why we call it as business layer also. So if you wanted to create that business layer, we should be very good with the one of these programming languages, not all, but one of these programming languages. Along with that programming language, we should also be good with one framework related to that. If you talk about Java, we should be good with Spring. If you talk about Node, we should be good with Express. If you talk about Python, and we should be good with some Django, like the .NET IDEO, .NET, something like that. It is. Means, let's say for example, you want to develop the backend or server side technology with Java, then we should learn both this. What Java and Spring. Or if you want to go with Node as a technology, you should learn Node and Express. If you want to go with Python as the technology, you should learn Python with the Django, and you develop this server side application, right? And coming to the presentation side, already we have discussed that. If you are talking about front end, here we do have website. It's a requirement of what? Website. Here means we need to create a website here. When we are talking about the website, what website will be contained, what presentation layer we see the same example of Gmail. You open Gmail sign up form, sign up page, or Gmail login page, or Gmail dashboard page, where you'll have inbox and all, or inbox tab, inbox page, something like that, or contact page. So all these are web pages. What we say? All these are web pages. So if I have to create a website, first we have to create a web page. If you can create web page, then I will be getting a website, right? So this is about your website. If you can create a website, front end is created or presentation layer is done. Then if you are creating the application layer programs here, then back end or application layer is done. If you combine both, then full stack application or complete web application is done. So this web application working is nothing but, as we already talked about it, that it's just a combination of request and a response. So your request is nothing but whatever it is going from Yeah, your presentation layer to the server request always. See, by opening a web page, if you click one button or one box, you enter some data. So whatever you do through your application, like your at least on web page, to be precise, I say on web page, whatever you type or whatever you click, that is called a request. That request will go to the server. Something. If you click registration button, one thing will be happening. If you click search, then one thing will be happening. But whatever you do, that will take you to from one layer to other layer. That is from presentation to business. That is called what? Coming back is called response. So in the journey of web application working, we have just it's a combination of a request and a response cycle only. So whatever you talk about any application you take in this world. Let's say Facebook. What you will do with the Facebook? Assume you already have account with the Facebook. You'll open the facebook.com, right? There some post will be there. You want to search about some post. There what you will type something like eng something you will type. Example is eng means English something. Then whatever the post which is related to English, all the post will come. So whatever you're typing eng is a request. It is going from your presentation layer to server layer. There inside the Facebook server, it will search for all the posts which are having eng. Then all the posts will be taken. That will be coming back from your server to the presentation layer. Means your website. Understood? Then we will see immediately all the posts related to English. But the thing is, all these things happen like quickly means within no second, 1 second, or within not even 1 second, millisecond. Within that time all these things will be happening. So that is the reason what we say is like this request and response cycle is there, but it is like a more responsive or more quick, I can say. Performance wise it is very quick. You take any example, you click, immediately you will see the result. It is not like, see, let's say same example, if you type something in the Facebook, you are searching for friends. Assume you are typing something like vi something, then it will show Vikram, Vinay, Vijay, something like that. Here what I am telling you, the moment you type va, it will not tell you like waiting something, going coming back, like that. You can't see directly. The moment you type vi, you will be able to see Vijay, Vikram and all. How actual request is going, processing in the server, again you are getting a response back. The only difference here is everything is happening quickly. Everything is happening quickly. So that is the reason we don't see that time delay between request to response. Coming to the website designing or web page designing, here we have multiple technologies involved in that. We already discussed about that, right? Technology names we have: HTML, CSS will be there. The main things I am telling, you'll be learning one or two things extra other than the main important things are HTML, CSS, JavaScript will be there. Along with that, we'll be learning React.js. See, JavaScript is a pure programming language like Java, like Python, like .NET. So along with the programming language, as we already discussed about framework concept here, Spring, Express, Django, these are the frameworks. In the same way, front end side also, for JavaScript also, we have to use a framework. In that category, we have multiple frameworks are available: Angular, React, Vue, but we are going with the React. So this is what what full stack development and all. So now we are going to talk about our course. Means what are the things we done in our course, and how the course structure will be there, and what you are going to learn from this course, and all the things we are going to see now. So our journey will start from the front end. Okay, once we are done with the front end, then we will be moving to the back end. In the front end we'll be learning HTML. In this, yeah, then CSS. See, in HTML, then JavaScript, then React. In HTML we'll be learning about the tags. So many tags will be there in the HTML. Why we use tags is here, it is for the content. So, and when we are talking about the content here, the content could be anything like images, text, or it can be video files, or it can be audio files, right? We can have different content in a web page. If you open web page, what we see? Videos, audios, text, links, images, all the things we will be adding with the help of HTML. And how we will be adding is with the help of the tags. Next comes your CSS. See here, using HTML, I can add the content, no problem. Assume I created one web page in that, dear students, welcome to FullStack. That is the content I want. My web page. I don't have much content. Only dear students, welcome to FullStack. But the dear students, welcome to FullStack should be in red color, or it should be in blue color. Understood? Or it should be on the top corner, bottom, or its style should be like, that dear should be D should be normal, or it should be some style. All these things are not done with HTML. Clear? Only content can be done with the HTML. So such things we add with the help of the CSS. So HTML is actually responsible for content of the page, where CSS is responsible for the appearance of your web page. And how that will be adding is here, inside the CSS we learn style properties, all different style properties. Let's say for example, in HTML, if I want to add one paragraph, here I will be using one tag called paragraph tag. What is the tag name? Paragraph. If I write open P and then close P, here if I write anything, then one paragraph will be created. In the same way, when I talk about appearance or style properties, I want to change the background color of my text or my body. Then what we can do here is we can write something background color like this property. I can write background color, and the value I can write anything, red color background. Example I'm telling, but like this you have so many properties to give the margins, to give the positions, even animations also we can, all this, yeah, all these things are done in the CSS. So in simple words I can say, using HTML we create a web page, just a normal content web page. Using CSS we can will beautify that website web page. To add the beautification we use the CSS. The next comes here the JavaScript here. When we talk about JavaScript here, decides the behavior of your web page. So why I am telling this word behavior is because, see, if I use normal HTML CSS, just a web page will be created. You can only scroll it and you cannot do any activities on that. Web page create it, just to scroll. That's it. You cannot do anything on that if you use only HTML CSS. But in real time, it will not be like that, right? You'll be having buttons. Yes or no? You'll be having one checkbox. You'll be having some drop down. If you click that, suddenly some data will be changing, right? Those changes are something like, assume you have one website. Person A is opening, person B is opening. Person A is selecting one option. Person B is selecting other option. Then for A it will show one in one way. For B it will show in another way. Yes or no? Depending on options is selecting, right? So that is what I am telling, that behavior of the web page can be changed. Means how it has to display. Simple example, bus booking sites, right? You choose Hyderabad to Bangalore, then some list of buses will come in one same page. List of buses will come. Next, another your friend is there who is selecting Hyderabad to Chennai. Then for him also same site, assume Redbus, redbus.com you are using. Your friend also using redbus.com. But you typed Hyderabad to Bangalore. You are getting some list of buses. He is typing something Hyderabad to Chennai. He is getting other list of buses. Then what happens? Same site, same page, everything's the same area, but the data which is shown to you different, for him it is different. That is what the behavior I'm talking like. It decides the behavior of the web page, and how it is decided is by adding the dynamic nature to our web page. What it will do? It will add the dynamic nature to web page. What is dynamic? Whatever I talked just now, that is called dynamic. Means uh, for everyone, if the website is same, then that is called static. For other people, for one person, the website looking options are different, means as per your selection, then they are called like dynamic sites. Let's say example, Wikipedia. Wikipedia, right? Normal Wikipedia site, if you open everyone, it looks like same. But if you open Facebook, the news feed or notification for you different, for your friend different. Now you got the difference, right? So that is what dynamic nature, that decided with the JavaScript. Next is, when we are using the JavaScript, using pure JavaScript, we can write the code and we can achieve it. But in real time scenario, what happens is, whenever we talk about anything in terms of development, yeah, what happens is here, um, only language we will not use. Along with the language, we take the help of a framework. Even for the backend development, also we have seen Java plus Spring plus Django, Node.js plus Express, right? Using pure Java also we can develop, but the thing is, to make you people to understand in general words, like if you use normal Java or pure Java, then assume like it will take some 500 lines of code, something. Then if you use with Spring, same can be done in 200 lines. Now you understood the difference, right? Not it. To develop one activity, you have to write 500 lines of code using only pure Java code. But if you use the Spring help, if you take the help of Spring, then same activity you can do in 200 lines. Now you understood the difference, right? In the same way, that is from the back end side. For the same way, in the front end side also, we can have something, that framework. Take the example of React here. Then what happens is, using React, the same activities whatever you achieve through JavaScript, we can able to achieve through React.js also. The only thing here is, it's a framework. It gives some better performance in terms of application working wise. It gives the better performance. That's why we use React. So this is a journey we do as part of our front end development. Once we are done with this journey, next we go with the back end. So when we are talking about the back end here, front end is almost same means common HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. But the backend, you can choose different flavors here. You can go with a Node, or you can go with something like Java, .NET, Python, and at least here in this place, we can go with either Node.js or Java. Explanation purpose end. So now, once you're done with this complete React.js, then we'll be moving to this one. But before we move to that, here we'll be doing the projects. Nearly we'll be doing 4 real-time live projects. Will be implementing in front-end development only. Only in the front-end development we'll be doing the 4 real-time projects will be there. So they are something. Once you are done with HTML and CSS, we start journey from HTML, right? HTML and CSS. Once you are completed HTML and CSS, then we will be creating first project is website creation using HTML and CSS. Using this, we'll be doing. And as part of our journey, we learn one more extra technology also here, that is Bootstrap. Bootstrap is nothing but it's a ready-made CSS. That is also CSS, but it's a ready-made lab. You know the meaning of ready-made, right? We no need to write. Already it is there. We can able to use it. Same thing we can able to use it. It's like same works for your clothes also. You can get normal cloth and you can make it stitch, and then you can wear it, or you can directly get ready made. Ready made means you don't need to make it switch, you don't need to go to tailor. Understood? In the same way here, CSS means we have to write styles, colors and all, but what color good and all, everything is already ready in the bootstrap, we can able to use that. Clear? So one application will be, we do create using HTML and CSS, we create one complete website, we'll be creating one beautiful website which looks like a original website which we generally see. The same way we create. The next application would be here, we'll be using HTML, CSS and bootstrap. Using that bootstrap we can able to create. And one more advantage of this bootstrap is, whenever we open any web applications or anything, see, we don't use always mobile, right? Always not computer. Sometimes we use mobile, sometimes desktop, sometimes laptop, sometimes mobile. In mobile also small, big. So if you create one website, that website should be properly visible in all the devices. If it is a laptop also, it should be properly visible. If it is a big screen also, properly visible. If it is a smartphone also, it should be properly visible. All such actually handle with the help of bootstrap. If I use bootstrap, so that it will be properly adjusted to all the devices, whether it is a phone or whether it is a laptop or anything, it will properly displayed without any else. What happens, it looks like some part is cut, some of the things are cut, so we can able to get it. Clear? That is about your second project. Next comes with the third project. Here we'll be creating one dynamic application, dynamic site, I can say. One dynamic site will be creating here using HTML, CSS. Anyhow will be there. Important thing is here we'll be using the JavaScript. What we use? JavaScript. So but this will come only once we learn the JavaScript. So using that we can able to create this particular project. Okay? And see, once we are done with the learning of the JavaScript, then we create this project, third project. See, these projects are created like line by line, step by step. See, once we learn HTML and CSS, then immediately we do first. Once we learn Bootstrap, then immediately we do second. Once we learn JavaScript, then again we do the third one. Clear? And next is, here we create one full responsive and dynamic UI application. One UI means front end, right? So here we will be creating one and more dynamic UI application, but this time we will be using a technology here. What technology here we will be using? React. So like this, we do create 4 live projects during our course before we move to the backend. Before we move to the backend only, we do all these things. Clear? Next comes with your backend. So when you are talking about your backend, here you can go with either Node or you can go with the Java. So if you are going with the Node, is you learn Node.js and Express.js, and for database purpose you'll be learning here MongoDB. And if you are choosing something like Java, you'll be learning core concepts of Java, and you'll be learning some advanced concepts of Java. So in that advanced concepts, we do have Spring, like that will be there, and we learn database. Along with that, we'll be learning the database. So that is what we do. Once we are done with this learning of the backend, okay, then here we create only using pure backend only. We'll be creating 2 real-time projects. Clear? And one is using and say it is the fifth project because already 4 completed, right? Fifth project. It will be, this project will be like the combination of that Node and Express. So Node plus Express. This is one. Or other one is Java. If you use Java, it will be like Java plus Spring. If you use Python will be Python plus Django, but without a database. It will be create. We will be writing some dummy database data, dummy data we write, and we work on that. That is one project. In the next project, we write the real database, and we'll be connecting to the database. That project will be doing one. So this is the project will be this one. Fifth project will be using the pure code of backend Node plus Express or Java plus Spring without using the database. The next thing we do is here the sixth project I say where you will be having same but with the database. With the database will be learning. So once you are done with this complete front end and back end you are done, then we having one complete full stack application there means whatever the sixth application we do here, assume like using a node or something we are creating, right? Same application we take actually. Okay, this application, for this application we create one React front end application. Understood? For the same thing, assume one employee management application is the application. In that, using Node or Java, we create that using database, how data should be stored, employee data should be stored, how employee data should be updated, how employee data should be deleted. Understood? How employees data should be displayed means like get all the employee data. All these things we do here, and we create one front end also for that using React. One beautiful front end we create so that we two things, front end and back end. See here, whatever the two things I created, these two applications are without any front end, using pure back end only we create. But whatever the sixth application we create, for the same we create one beautiful front end, and we will display all the data whatever it is there we'll be doing. This is our complete application, and this will be our seventh application, and all these things we do in the classroom only. Means like during the course only we do this. So this is about our course journey and all. In this, if you see total those six projects plus one full stack project, which a total you will be having seven projects will be there, and these are my features of my program I am talking. So you will be having total six plus one what projects will be there, and the second one would be something, everything will be there practical, complete program will be practical. It is not like theoretical concepts explanation. No, everything is like practical. Clear? Then in my uh, class, whoever is attending for classroom sessions, those people will be provided with the lab facility which is available from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. for this. This is for students who are the class. So the practice hall will be available from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And even for the guys, whoever is attending, online. Usually, if you guys are staying in nearby, like in Hyderabad, if you are staying nearby and all, I recommend you people to come for the classroom only because it's more effective. See, class is same. Take online, offline, same time at a time. But the thing is, live. That live feeling will be there. If it is possible, you try to attend a classroom only. And for online students and so our admin people will form one separate group will be there, some social media group will be there, and in that group and all the practice things and your assignments and everything will be there, and those things will be monitored. Okay. And next comes with a very important thing in my course, complete full stack course. I will be giving more than 60 plus assignments I will be giving, or assignments or tasks I will be. Other than these seven projects are different, and these assignments are different. And once you are done with all these things, on regular basis, I'll be conducting interviews also to you, so that like some mock interviews kind of things. and even some regular test also I will be conducting. And after that mock interviews, I'll be giving you the feedback so that you people can improve on those areas. Again, in the next time, you can able to improve yourself, right? Next step. After this, I'll be helping you guys in resume preparation. This how your resume should be and all. Same time, your interview preparation also. But this is for the main interviews. How you have to present yourself in this, all communication skills, all the things will be included in this. The next one would be uh, here. See, these things will happen. This last seventh step will be happening only after your completion of the course, because your interview ready when you should be ready. First, you are have to learn all the subject. When you have subject with you, then you can go for the interviews. Then here I will make you people to create one profile in the GitHub. There is one account called GitHub profiles I will be creating. GitHub profiles means Facebook, right? Facebook profile, LinkedIn, uh, like that, but their purpose is different. Facebook is general, some normal activity, social media, people to connect together. Next, LinkedIn little bit professional, but when it comes to this GitHub, exclusive projects. Assume like your name is Sai. You are projects, some not projects, some course you learned. But out of that course, what kind of projects you have done? Instead of telling orally, I did this, I did that. Instead of telling orally, all the projects whatever you did in your computer, all those projects you can create one GitHub account. Assume 10 projects you did so far. All the 10 projects you can keep in the GitHub profile, so that you can give that profile to the interviewer, so that he will be knowing, okay, you are not a just like you are not attended, you completed practically also you completed everything, you can able to see. And even if you ask questions also, you will be in a position to answer the questions. Why? Because all these projects you did, it's like a real-time projects, and they are live projects, means on the course itself you are doing the project. So what are the projects you mentioned in the GitHub? Same projects already you completed in the course, so that you will be having more chances of getting selected, as a fresher, because no fresher will be following all these things. But if you guys can follow these things, definitely you'll be having the advantage will be there. Clear? So these are the features of our program, which you usually cannot have at any other program. Clear? The only thing you can get is MCQ test will be there. I know they'll be conducting every 2 3 weeks test will be there, but the MCQs, right, multiple choice question, that test only will be there. But whatever I am talking about here, assignments or tasks, that is not that. You'll be given one real time task. Like, let's say for example, if you click one button, then if you choose something like Hyderabad to Bangalore, then if you click button, I should get a list of Hyderabad to Bangalore buses in a table. Only the buses I should get which are from Hyderabad to Bangalore. I should not get other buses. That is logic, right? Task. Such, they are real time. Yes, in Abhi bus what is there, that only. In red bus what is there, that only. So that is what I am telling. So all the tasks will be, our assignments will be of real time. So that's the reason I'm telling with this much confidence that you won't be getting all these things in any of the other training providers. So that's the reason, try to make a use of it to the most maximum. Try to utilize this opportunity. Okay, so that's it, guys. So this is about what we are actually going to deal in our course, means features, course features, and these are the things, like what kind of projects we are going to deal in our course, during the course, and what is front end, how we start our journey from the front end, then implementing all the projects related to front end, then starting the back end, and learning the back end completely, what are the things we learn in the back end. After that, what are the projects involved in the back end, then complete a full stack project. After that, these features related to my course. So that's it from my side for today, guys. And if you guys are having any doubt, just let me know. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll be dealing with mostly with HTML. we'll be going with the directly HTML. So till now, because before you guys start your journey, what I feel is you should know first of all left and right and top and bottom of that particular course. You should know first of all those boundaries means why I have to learn this course. What is the purpose of this course? See, full stack development means Java and HTML. That is full stack. No, full stack development means why we use full stack development. Using full stack development, what activities I have to do. Then start learning of the full stack is proper. Clear? Now you have the idea, right? Full stack development means web applications development. Web application from the starting to ending development. That is called full stack. In that, whatever we see with our eyes is called front end UI. That development is done with the creation of website or creation of web pages. To do that, we use some technologies HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React. Done. Next, the moment you click button, then really activities or functionality should be happened. To happen that, what we have to use? Backend. In that, using Java or Python or Node technology, we do that. That is what backend. If you learn both the front end and back end along with the database, then you are the full stack developer, and that course is called full stack development course. Now you have the idea, right, why we have to learn the full stack development. So that is what I usually recommend. We people first should be knowing, not only for this course I am talking, any course you in your life, if you are trying to learn, first we should know those boundaries, like what is the purpose of that course. After learning that course, what is the duty I have to do with that course, first we should know. If you are really clear with those ideas, then learning we can do. Maybe you may take some more days. You may expect it to be completed one thing in 5 days. Maybe it might be taking 7 days, 8 days. That is fine. But without knowing some task why you are doing, also you are keep on doing, is not a fruitful thing. Clear? So that's the reason I am talking about introduction sessions, or what I can say, like some awareness regarding the full stack with this much what I can say descriptive way I talked. Why? Because that is the reason. Because first we should know clear. So now from the next class onwards, we will be jumping. Already I told you our course will be starting from front end. Our course will be starting from front end, right? So immediately we start HTML. So from the next class onwards, HTML, after that CSS will come, but immediately we start with the HTML. And one more important thing, guys, if you guys have to learn this HTML and all, you no need to have any prerequisites. Means, like before you start this, what knowledge you should have? Nothing. No special knowledge is required. Clear? Some people think technically already I should complete basics of C language. I should know basic of Java, then only I can learn HTML. No, not at all. Means nothing is required before you start your journey of HTML. Clear? Means just you should have one system, one computer with you, and in that computer minimum tools are like one browser, and at least this moment for at least HTML journey, one notepad, notepad text editor, right? If you have those two, enough. And if you know basic system knowledge like opening folder, creating folder, how to open browser, if you know those things, those are more than enough to start your HTML learning journey. Clear, guys? So that's it from my side for today. So in next session we are directly jumping into the regular session, like learning of the HTML. Means like we're starting with the HTML. You guys are having any doubts, Vikram and Yashwant? If you guys are having any doubt, just let me know by unmuting yourself. You can ask your doubts, or if you're fine, means if you're clear, just let me know in the chat box, like you're clear, or even in the chat box also you can pose your questions. Yeah, I will be talking about Git, and I will be talking about the what I can say, that the importance of after development. That is what I say. Let's say example, testing. What is testing? What is cloud deployment? And what is DevOps? All those things I will be discussing. And about Jira also, I'll be talking about the class. But Git completely will be learning. It will be learning and yeah, communication skills and all those things will be there. Case studies, I have told you, so many, what I can say. Case studies means other name like your projects, and assignments also will be giving. And yeah, that purely depends on what yeah, yeah, Python as well, anything. I just told with the two examples, but you can go with the Node, Python, or you can go with Java. You can choose any one of them. Vikram, do you have any doubt?
సార్ మీ నంబర్ పోస్ట్ చేయండి సార్ ఫోన్ చేస్తాను సార్.
Hmm. So then, from today, tomorrow onwards, we directly start from HTML. Vikram, if you have your other friends or anyone, like you can inform them. Uh, you know, because once it starts, after few days it will be difficult. 1 2 days it's okay, people can join, but after few days, or if it is a week and something like that, then it will be difficult to join, right? So that's the reason I am telling. So if you have anybody, your friends, you can inform them, Vikram. Okay, fine. So same time, next session we'll be talking about HTML, same 11 a.m. Okay, guys. Then yeah, we'll see in the next session. Bye, guys. Take care.